The national anthem has more meaning than ever. It's a reminder of what so many fought for, what we hold dear as Americans, and what we now have to live up to in our actions and in our words.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome and good morning, and thank you for joining us for our 56th commencement. My name is Cheryl Roberts, and I have the deep pleasure of serving as president of Shoreline Community College and welcoming you to this ceremony. Your graduating class could not have imagined the year we've all experienced. The COVID-19 pandemic, the entire college operation moving remotely, teaching and your learning, student services, and business functions, and the horrific acts of injustice we witness in the killing of George Floyd that has disrupted our communities and communities around the country, asking all of us to do more, be more, achieve more for racial justice. These are long-standing issues needing our attention, and I know you are up to the task because our community and communities and the world need you. Although graduation is a time where traditions of academic excellence are carried on, not just from year to year, but from generation to generation. Whether you're at Harvard or the University of Washington, Washington State, or Shoreline, you will see the same types of regalia being worn. So I want to impress upon you that you're part of something large, a tradition of recognizing achievement in learning. But with this achievement comes responsibility. You have earned this. Enjoy this moment, knowing that with the gift of learning, much is required. Although these historical traditions are important, there is a deeper meaning at work here. It is at these times that you need to pay attention to the messages that this achievement means in making a difference in the communities you live in. As a child, I met Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he came to our home in Atlanta, Georgia to meet with my parents. He knew of my dad and the role he had played as a Tuskegee Airman in World War II and wanted to learn more about his experience. That visit, along with the values and actions of my family, shaped my life and work to this day. I can only imagine what they would think of our world. The world they devoted their lives to improving and opening opportunities so injustice would be overcome. And so I want to share with you some poignant words from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which speaks to the power each of us has to make a difference. Everyone can be great because anyone can serve. All it requires is a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. I know there are so many who are willing to serve, willing to lead, people with hearts full of grace and souls generated by love. The world needs you, and is waiting for you to care, to dream, and to succeed. Thank you again for choosing Shoreline as part of your journey of self-discovery, the place where you learn to engage, to achieve. Be the difference the world needs. Because everyone can be great, because anybody can serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. We are honored to have committed members on our Board of Trustees, and I would like to thank and honor their service. Board Chair, Mr. Tom Lux, Dr. Douglas Jackson, Vice Chair of the Board, Dr. Catherine D'Ambrosio, and Mr. Eben Poby. Thank you so much for your unwavering belief in our faculty, staff, and students. Our board members have devoted countless hours to their responsibilities as trustees. Their leadership helps guide the great work we do in support of each other and the students we teach and serve each day. I'm now honored to present Board Chair, Mr. Tom Lux, who has some words from the Board of Trustees.
Congratulations. You are graduating at a time of great opportunity, but this moment is also extremely painful and a powerful call to action. Justice and equity are core foundations to our shared values at Shoreline Community College. The murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery are stark reminders of the reality of systemic racism in our nation. We're simultaneously facing a climate crisis and a public health crisis that has Black and brown communities dying at disproportionately higher rates. At the same time, we're experiencing a fallout of an unjust economic system that has more and more people living paycheck to paycheck without adequate paid leave or health coverage. Again, this injustice disproportionately impacts people of color. These crises are not insurmountable. Every crisis presents opportunity for changing the future. When I graduated in the late 60s, we were in a similar moment. We fought for and won many positive changes. But unfortunately, since the 80s, meaningful progress toward change has been frustrating. In this moment today, we have a chance again to build a better future. We can fight systemic racism, we can fight climate change, and we can fight for a more equitable economy. You have a major role to play. This is your opportunity to build the future you want.
Thank you for your words and leadership, Chair Lux. And thank you to everyone here today. My name is Philip King, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Learning. Typically, during the processional, when graduates enter the ceremony, faculty members would enter holding banners. Known as gonfalons, the tradition of these banners dates back to the ancient Roman times. These banners proclaim the values that ground us as we move through life. The banner on my right represents the illumination and enlightenment that result when a hand holds high the lamp of learning. The banner on my left depicts symbols of a college education at Shoreline. The open book represents the humanities and social sciences. The symbol of the atom represents the sciences and professional technical programs. The cross scrolls and cap symbolize this special occasion. At this time, we'd like to recognize the faculty of Shoreline Community College. Hundreds of hard-working full-time and part-time professionals have dedicated themselves to your education. To our esteemed faculty members watching today, we honor and recognize you for your contributions to student learning. I would also like to recognize the staff and administrators who work alongside our faculty to ensure that operations at the college run smoothly. To our staff and administrators watching today, we honor and recognize you for your contributions in creating a positive campus experience for students. I would now like to introduce this year's faculty speaker, Tom Genest. Professor Tom Genest is currently a full-time tenured faculty member and English as a second language at Shoreline Community College. Tom grew up in Mount Lake Terrace, Washington. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in English and a Master of Education in ESL from Seattle University. Tom started at Shoreline Community College in 2014 as an associate faculty in the ESL program and has taught ESL in China several times and enjoys learning about new cultures. Please join me in welcoming faculty speaker Tom Genest.
Dear graduating class of 2020, my name is Tom Genest and I'm the chair of the Faculty Senate. I've been asked to speak as a representative of our faculty. I'm proud of you and I'm honored to share a few words with you today. Shoreline Community College holds its first virtual commencement during these times of tremendous hardship. My heart goes out to you and to all Americans as they struggle with the COVID-19 pandemic, large-scale unemployment, and racial discrimination which permeates our culture, our decisions, and our actions. I'm saddened by the situation and the current political and socioeconomic climate. Although I'm a white male, one who has benefited greatly from a flawed system, I would like to draw attention for the Black Lives Matter movement and the protests happening around our globe. Our nation was founded on freedom, but not all people enjoy the same freedoms. I'm not proselytizing about my politics, but I'm making a strong statement. I encourage you to think deeply about what is happening and why. Think critically, as you did here during your studies. Approach problems holistically so that we can find peace. There is no quick solution to a complex problem. We will all need to change how we think about the world if we want to create a better one for all people, protesters, marginalized communities, the poor, the elderly, historically underrepresented, whites, and the police. I believe that you, graduates, are the catalyst to mend our broken society. Your courage in finishing your first degree and/or certificate program, tackling all the hardships you face to do so, is a testament to your tenacity. Our students at Shoreline come from many walks of life. Some are first-generation college graduates, others come from high-income households. Many of you work full-time, some with families to feed. Some face homelessness and extreme hardship. This college serves a wide variety of students across 3 to 4 generations. All of the students here have one thing in common. You've demonstrated your tenacity, your toughness, and your grit. The 21st century has seen tremendous leaps technologically. During your studies, you have access to information about the environment, current events, social justice, and probably many topics I don't know about. You use this information in your technological aptitudes and develop tremendous empathy for others through social media. We have seen you address climate change in powerful ways and identify problems related to sustainability and energy. Now, COVID-19 is front and center. While tragic, the situation encourages all of us to think seriously about global health and disease to find solutions to keep us safe from illnesses. Now, several generations of concerned citizens have flooded streets of Seattle in protest of the recent murder of George Floyd, among others, calling for police reform and justice. Your compassion for others and our world is tremendous. I do not claim to have a single solution, but I believe if you approach your adult life with tenacity, never giving up, and with compassion for our earth and others, regardless of their race, gender identity, income, faith, ability, sexual preference, or nation of origin, this world will be a better place than it is today. I would like to close with one sentence, and I hope you carry it with you after you leave our college. You are more valuable than you can possibly imagine. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. It is my honor and privilege.
The employees at Shoreline have something they'd like to say to our almost graduates.
To the class of 2020, you may not be in a cap and gown with a crowd cheering you across a stage.
But today is still your day.
It's the culmination of a dream you held in your heart, a glimmer of what could be.
And despite the hardships that it'd take to get here, you accepted the challenge. You still said, yes, me.
This year's been hard, unpredictable, and not how you set out to learn.
But despite it all, you carried on. Sights on the credential you've now earned.
This year is so much more than that, more than just an academic degree.
You've gotten tougher, stronger, nimbler.
You've learned to adapt, carry on, believe.
Believe that despite what you see in the news, the world is full of hope.
And challenges bring us solutions, and your dreams won't be put on hold.
You pushed through when it would have been easier to sit it out, waiting for a world a little less stark.
You carried on when it felt like too much, determined to make your mark.
Now you're headed into your tomorrow, and we don't know what that future will hold.
But we do know it'll be better with people like you, who answer the call, who are brave, who are bold.
So head out there knowing that you determine your own fate and that we're cheering on your every success.
And if things don't go exactly as planned, that's okay. That doesn't mean they're a mess.
It means you're learning, growing, living large, navigating new waters in stride.
Just always get back up and try again, and know our hearts are filled with endless pride.
So, class of 2020.
The world tried to stop you in your tracks, and now you're the future we're rooting to succeed.
Rise up, keep dreaming, hold strong to your own truths.
Keep striving, keep reinventing, step in, take the lead.
Congratulations on your tremendous accomplishment.
Congratulations, good show, you did
It is now my honor to introduce our 2020 Commencement student speaker. Travis Tribble was born in Seattle, Washington, and spent most of his youth homeless and without a formal education. In 2017, he completed his GED here at Shoreline Community College, and is now graduating with an Associate in Arts degree with a concentration in Communication Studies, and an intent to transfer to the University of Washington. Travis is this year's Honors Student Council President for the Honors College and the political reporter for the student newspaper, The Ebb Tide. Besides keeping up with his academic achievements, as well as taking care of his family with 2 little children, Travis has been involved in many Shoreline-related activities, including volunteer work, sports activities, study abroad programs, and publishing work in the school's literary magazine, Spindrift. For the 2018-2019 year, he was a nominee for the Washington State Association of College Trustees Transforming Lives Award, received 3rd place for feature reporting in Pacific Northwest Association of Journalism Educators Regional Student News Reporting Contest, and received 1st place in the National Literary Magazine competition of a submission of The Folly. Please join me in welcoming student speaker Travis Tribble.
Hello everyone. My name is Travis Tribble. Many years ago, I thought I was a political activist. Spoiler alert, I was not. I dropped out of high school and took my acoustic guitar and my music around the US and screamed my punk lyrics at whoever would listen to me. I thought the world was against me. More spoilers, it was not. I thought going to protests and writing about the rich elite was my gift to the world. I did not realize at the time that it was just my way of dealing with personal trauma. 2 very important things happened to change this. The first was that I accidentally became a father. And the second was that someone told me to check my privilege. Not knowing what that meant sent me into a fit of rage. I spent 2 years trying to educate myself enough to prove them wrong. You probably guessed. I was wrong. 2 very important things happened after this. The first was that I realized the importance of education, and the second was that I felt like a piece of human garbage. I continued reading books and going to protests and workshops. As far as I could tell, from everything I read and heard, the best way for me to use my privilege was to use my success to fight for civil rights and elevate the voices of people without the privilege to be heard. The problem was, I didn't have success. I felt unimportant and dumb. A high school dropout and a failed musician with a baby and one on the way. Me and my partner were living with my mom because my 2 food service jobs were not good enough for anyone to rent to me. I felt backed into a corner. I decided that I would attempt my GED, and when I inevitably failed, I could at least say I tried. I passed and started my first college courses immediately with the same attitude. I aced the first quarter and decided to join honors college, again expecting rejection and failure. Instead, I was not only accepted into the honors college, but introduced to a diverse and close-knit community with the strength and depths of which I had never seen in my life. Meanwhile, Professor steers me towards the things that I naturally excelled at and supported me as I moved away from the things I did not. Mari Kosin, director of the honors college, always had her door open, ready to listen, relate, and troubleshoot. English professors Katie Johansson and Davis Oldham both encouraged me to publish my work and gave me the tools to do so. In some of my darkest moments, chemistry professor Guy Ting would be in his office, smiling, telling me not to give up and that I was doing okay. This carried me through my first tear-filled year as I went through nights of holding my newborn while cooking dinner and flipping through the pages of my chemistry book, or changing diapers and spit-up cloths as I studied flashcards. All the while, my partner Maya was working 2 jobs to support us in our new apartment. Everyone here at Shoreline helped me realize that I was good at certain things, that I was already skilled, that I was already important. They just helped me highlight where I was strong and move me towards it. You are important too. No matter what you do next, despite your accomplishments, you have always been important. But what you've done here is extra, and it is amazing. And you will move on to greater things because of it. It's been a difficult year, for sure. But because you were sitting here with me, you know firsthand that hardship is the crucible of change. That adversity is the fire that we burn in to right the wrongs of the past. Passive times are a footnote in history books, and right now is the best time to have the skills that we have acquired at this Institute of Higher Education. In the heart of a civil rights movement, and in the face of a global health pandemic, we have the skills and the responsibility to use our newly gained knowledge in every way to fix the things that are broken in our country and in our world. So congratulations, class of 2020, on facing ourselves and fighting through our discomfort to come out a better person on the other side. Thank you.
The end of the academic year not only provides us with an opportunity to celebrate our graduates, but also recognize the contributions of faculty members who are retiring after years of service to the college. We have one retiring faculty member who has earned the title of Professor Emeritus, recognizing his many contributions to student learning. David Starr, Business. Thank you, Mr. Starr, for your years of service.
At this time, I'd like to share with you some of our students' perspectives on their time at Shoreline. Please join me in watching this short video.
Well, my experience at Shoreline Community College has been a roller coaster of emotions, to be honest. I have never experienced so much things in just 2 years, and I would have never experienced so many diverse opportunities and stuff if I had stayed in my comfort zone in Costa Rica. I'm super grateful for having the opportunity to work as a graphic designer for student life. Shoreline Community College is a multicultural environment. I have met people from over 45 countries. I actually know the number because I've been taking selfies with them for a personal project I have. And having this opportunity, it's just mind-blowing because it has expanded my horizons. It has made me see life with a different and a more wider vision and from different points of view, which is crucial when it comes to growing as a person and getting to know others who, are totally different from you, and you can learn a lot from that. It's been just great. I feel like I'm a totally different and much more mature and prepared person.
So my name is Liang. My Chinese name is Yuan Liang Kan. I'm studying computer science at Shoreline Community College. So I'd like to say that before I came to Shoreline, I thought I wasn't good at anything. I wasn't good at English, I wasn't good at studying, I wasn't good at being social. But when I came to Shoreline, Shoreline proved me I was wrong and entirely changed my life. I think the magic thing about Shoreline is that Shoreline made a shy person, a Chinese student, become confident and become an active contributor to the community. Now I become a all-rounded student at Shoreline and got admitted into a university like UW.
My name is Willow Stry. I'm studying physics for transfer. Before Shoreline, I had a severe lack of direction. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And when I came to Shoreline, the faculty and my professors, they kind of helped me realize what I wanted to do, that academia was a great place to be, a fun place to be, an exciting place to be. I think Shoreline helped me see that. I decided I wanted to take the research methods track, which is a year-long sequence through the Honors College. During that, I met a lot of great mentors. I met a lot of great friends. I was able to develop how I learn and improve at learning, especially in an independent environment. This was very special to the honors program. I really value the friends that I made there. The mentors, they helped me get scholarships, which are really helpful right now during the pandemic situation. So what the Honors College provided me was a good structure for learning about myself and my goals, but it also provided me with a good network, a good community that I could use to become a bigger part of the college.
My name is Magara Putradipura. I'm from Indonesia. Shoreline students usually know me as MG, and I'm currently studying and majoring in business. I think I learned a lot in the span of 2 years in Shoreline. Oddly enough, Shoreline have always been providing me with my growth. So first coming to Shoreline, I don't have that much friends. I only have a couple ones. They're there for me. My work as the ISLs also has helped me be open up with new students and be open up with more international students, that I develop more friendship throughout time. I develop more understanding that being great is what exactly can you do instead of where you can go to. So that kind of maturity builds up throughout my time here, and it has changed me a lot. I think we all need to believe that there's always more that we can do, that our actions and thoughts are limitless, and we are capable of doing amazing things. After Shoreline, we all have different pathways of our lives. We might expect the unexpected. Even right now, we have COVID-19, and there's probably more things going on later. We will face harsh times, but also good ones. But we can be the best versions of ourselves and do our work in our utmost limit. What defines you is not the positions, name of the school, or your personal conditions, but it's you yourself that measures your own worth and what you are capable of.
It is my pleasure to recognize our graduates who have attained exemplary scholastic achievement, graduating with a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or higher. These individuals are known as President's Scholars. I'd like to recognize the graduates from the Honors College at Shoreline. These students have completed challenging coursework in a supportive learning community.
President Roberts, subject to the completion of all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Shoreline Community College and the regulations of the state of Washington, I present these candidates for the awarding of degrees and certificates.
Thank you, Mr. King. This would typically be the time in the program where we announce every graduate by name. I shake your hand and hand you your diploma. This year, we've opted to give each graduate a digital announcement that each person can download and use on social media. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. To our candidates for graduation, please rise if able where you find yourself. Our student speaker, Travis Tribble, will help me with this important tradition. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the employees at Shoreline Community College, we hereby confer the appropriate recognition for your academic achievement. You may move the tassel on your mortarboard from right to left, signifying your commencement. Congratulations, graduates! Thank you for attending Shoreline's annual commencement exercises. Congratulations to the Shoreline Community College class of 2020. And remember, don't stop believing. Together we can reimagine possible because we're fins up, all in.
You came to Shoreline for a lot of reasons. Our beautiful campus that was close to home, or a new adventure across the globe. Our hands-on training, world-class instructors, or our reputation for care. But once here, you realized you really came to Shoreline to be a part of something, to join a community of learners, to exchange ideas, to change, discover, and grow, and to learn to contribute your talents and your voice. You came to Shoreline to find your success, your story, and yourself. To finish high school, for a certificate, to transfer, or for a degree. And you're leaving filled with passion, a leader of tomorrow with even bigger dreams of what you can do, strive for, be. You came to Shoreline to reimagine possible, and you leave ready to heed the call, to join in, engage, achieve.